Are you tired of sky-high property prices making homeownership feel impossible? What if I told you there are Ontario towns literally giving away land to new residents right now in 2025? Today, we're counting down 10 incredible opportunities that could change your life forever. Let's dive right in. Number 10. Smooth Rock Falls. This Northern Ontario gem is practically begging people to call it home. Smooth Rock Falls has launched an aggressive land incentive program that's turning heads across the province. The town, with just over 1,200 residents, is offering residential lots for as little as $1 to qualified applicants who commit to building within 2 years. Here's what makes this opportunity so intriguing. Smooth Rock Falls sits on the edge of some of Ontario's most pristine wilderness, yet it's still connected to major highways and essential services. The catch? You need to prove you can contribute to the community, whether through employment, starting a business, or bringing specialized skills the town needs. The real challenge facing Smooth Rock Falls is a declining population that's been shrinking for decades. Young people leave for bigger cities and businesses struggle to find workers. But here's where it gets interesting for you. The town is offering more than just cheap land. They're providing tax incentives, reduced development fees, and even help connecting newcomers with local employment opportunities. Think about what this means for your future. Instead of paying a mortgage for 30 years in the city, you could own land outright and build exactly what you want. The cost of living is dramatically lower, your commute disappears, and you're surrounded by natural beauty that city dwellers pay thousands to visit on vacation. But there's something even more compelling about Smooth Rock Falls that most people don't realize, and it eases directly into our next location. Number 9. Kapuskasing. Kapuskasing is offering something that sounds too good to be true, but it's absolutely real. This town of 8,000 people is giving away serviced lots in their newest subdivision to families and individuals who meet specific criteria. We're talking about lots worth up to $25,000 being handed over for free. The town's strategy is brilliant and desperate at the same time. Kapuskasing has excellent infrastructure, a hospital, schools, and even a college campus, but they're hemorrhaging residents to southern Ontario cities. Their solution? Make it financially impossible to say no to moving there. Here's what makes Kapuskasing different from other small towns struggling with population decline. This community has maintained its essential services and actually has a diverse economy with forestry, mining support services, and agriculture. The Free Land program isn't just about filling empty lots, it's about attracting people who can contribute to existing industries or start new ventures. The emotional appeal here is powerful. Imagine telling your kids they'll grow up in a place where everyone knows their name, where they can safely bike anywhere in town, and where a family of 4 can live comfortably on a single income. The trade-off is distance from major urban centers, but with remote work becoming more common, that barrier is crumbling fast. What's particularly fascinating about Kapuskasing's approach is how they're specifically targeting young families. But our next town has a completely different strategy that might surprise you. Number 8. Cochrane. Cochrane is taking a unique approach to their land giveaway program that's causing quite a stir in real estate circles. This town of 5,000 is offering free lots, but with a twist that makes it incredibly attractive to a specific type of person. The program specifically targets entrepreneurs and remote workers. Cochrane recognizes that the future of small-town Ontario lies in attracting people who can work from anywhere and those willing to start businesses that serve both local and online markets. Their free land comes with business development support, mentorship programs, and even small business loans with incredibly favorable terms. Here's the reality check, though. Cochrane sits in Ontario's far north, where winter temperatures regularly drop below -30 Celsius. The growing season is short, and you're looking at a significant drive to reach major shopping centers or cultural amenities. But for the right person, these challenges become advantages. Consider this scenario. You're paying $3,000 a month for a tiny apartment in Toronto, stressed about traffic, crime, and the rat race. In Cochrane, you could own a large home outright, start a business with government support, and live in a community where your success directly benefits your neighbors. The question isn't whether you can handle the cold, it's whether you can handle the opportunity. The success stories coming out of Cochrane are remarkable, but they pale in comparison to what's happening in our next location, where the land giveaway program has created something unexpected. Number 7. Kirkland Lake. Kirkland Lake is offering free land with a program that's so successful, they've had to create a waiting list. This former mining town of 8,000 people has reinvented itself as a hub for people seeking affordable living without sacrificing modern amenities. What sets Kirkland Lake apart is their comprehensive approach to newcomer support. Yes, they're giving away residential lots worth up to $20,000, but they're also providing job placement assistance, childcare support, and even covering moving expenses for qualified families. It's like they're paying people to improve their quality of life. The transformation happening in Kirkland Lake is genuinely inspiring. Abandoned lots are becoming vibrant neighborhoods. New businesses are opening to serve the growing population. Property values are rising, which benefits everyone who takes advantage of the current program before it becomes unnecessary. But here's what most people don't understand about the opportunity in Kirkland Lake. This isn't just about cheap land. It's about getting in on the ground floor of a community that's investing heavily in its future. They're upgrading infrastructure, expanding recreational facilities, and actively courting businesses to relocate there. The emotional weight of this decision hits different when you realize that Kirkland Lake could be your chance to stop feeling like you're falling behind financially and start building real wealth. Instead of making someone else rich through rent payments, you're building equity from day one. What makes this even more compelling is how Kirkland Lake's program differs from our next town, which is targeting a completely different demographic with their land incentives. Number 6. Iroquois Falls. Iroquois Falls is practically giving away land to anyone willing to commit to their community long-term. But their program has a unique feature that makes it incredibly attractive to retirees and people nearing retirement age. This town of 4,500 people is offering free lots, plus additional incentives for people over 50 who want to build their retirement dream home. They're recognizing that retirees have disposable income, time to volunteer and contribute to community organizations, and often bring valuable skills and experience from their careers. The genius of Iroquois Falls' strategy becomes clear when you look at the numbers. Retirees don't burden the local job market. They often have paid-off homes to sell in expensive markets, and they're looking for exactly what small towns offer: peace, safety, and a slower pace of life. Here's where this gets really interesting for anyone considering their retirement options. Instead of downsizing to a small condo in an expensive city, you could upsize to a custom-built home in a beautiful small town, all while dramatically reducing your cost of living. Your retirement savings suddenly stretch much further. The catch is that Iroquois Falls expects a long-term commitment. They want people who will become part of the community fabric, not just seasonal residents. But for someone looking to put down roots, this restriction becomes a feature, not a bug. The success of Iroquois Falls' program is creating ripple effects in nearby communities, but none quite like what we're seeing in our next location. Number 5. Smooth Rock Falls. Wait, didn't we already cover Smooth Rock Falls? Actually, this is about their sister community program that's flying under the radar, but offers even better opportunities. Smooth Rock Falls has quietly launched a second phase of their land giveaway program that specifically targets families with school-age children. They're not just giving away land, they're providing education incentives, sports program funding, and even scholarships for post-secondary education. The desperation behind this program is real. Small Ontario towns are watching their schools close as young families leave for urban centers. Without children, these communities face an existential crisis. Their solution is to make it financially irresistible for families to move there and stay there. Think about what this means for your children's future. Instead of competing in overcrowded urban schools, your kids could receive personalized attention in small classrooms. Instead of worrying about urban dangers, they could experience the kind of childhood you probably remember fondly but thought was no longer possible. The long-term implications of this program extend beyond just your family. You're potentially getting in on the ground floor of a community revival that could see property values increase significantly over the next decade as the program succeeds and the town grows. But the most compelling aspect of this opportunity might be how it compares to our next location, which is offering something that sounds almost too good to be true. Number 4, Hearst. Hearst is offering free land plus cash incentives to new residents, making it one of the most generous programs in Ontario right now. This francophone community of 5,000 people is offering up to $10,000 in cash plus free residential lots to qualified applicants. The cultural aspect of Hearst adds another layer to this opportunity. As a predominantly French-speaking community, Hearst offers a unique chance to immerse yourself or your family in bilingual living while taking advantage of incredible financial incentives. For families wanting their children to grow up truly bilingual, this opportunity is extraordinary. Here's what makes Hearst's program particularly compelling. They're not just trying to attract anyone willing to move there. They're specifically looking for people who will embrace the community's francophone culture while contributing to its economic growth. This selectivity actually makes the program more valuable because you're joining a curated community of motivated newcomers. The practical benefits of Hearst's location include access to outdoor recreation that would cost thousands in urban areas. We're talking about world-class fishing, hunting, snowmobiling, and hiking literally in your backyard. For outdoor enthusiasts, this isn't just free land, it's access to a lifestyle that money can't buy in southern Ontario. The challenge with Hearst is the same as many northern communities: isolation and climate. But for the right person or family, these challenges become the very reasons the opportunity exists and why it could be so rewarding. What's particularly interesting about Hearst's approach is how it contrasts with our next community, which has taken a completely different strategy to attract new residents. Number 3, Matisse Val Côté is offering what might be the most comprehensive newcomer package in Ontario right now. Free land, cash incentives, job placement assistance, and even help with professional licensing for people in regulated careers. This tiny municipality of just over 600 people is betting everything on a massive recruitment drive. They're targeting healthcare workers, teachers, skilled tradespeople, and entrepreneurs with packages worth up to $50,000 in total benefits. The desperation is obvious, but so is the opportunity. Here's what most people miss about opportunities in places like Matisse Val Côté. You're not just getting financial incentives, you're getting the chance to make a disproportionate impact on a community. Your skills, your business, your family become significant parts of the town's identity and future. The emotional appeal here goes beyond financial benefits. In Matisse Val Côté, you matter. Your success becomes the community's success. Your children aren't just students, they're future leaders of the town. Your business isn't just another establishment, it's a cornerstone of the local economy. The trade-offs are significant. You're looking at limited shopping, entertainment, and cultural options. Medical specialists require travel. Post-secondary education means leaving town. But for someone seeking purpose, community connection, and financial freedom, these trade-offs might be exactly what you need. The success of Matisse Val Côté's program is inspiring similar initiatives across northern Ontario, but none quite match the audacity of our next location. Number 2, Constance Lake First Nation. Constance Lake First Nation is offering a unique opportunity that goes beyond typical municipal programs. They're providing land and housing opportunities to both Indigenous and non-Indigenous families willing to commit to community development and cultural respect. This opportunity represents something different entirely. You're not just moving to a small town, you're joining a community with deep cultural roots and a vision for sustainable development that balances traditional values with modern economic needs. The practical benefits include access to some of Ontario's most pristine natural environments, hunting and fishing rights, and participation in economic development projects that could provide long-term income opportunities. The community is actively developing tourism, natural resources, and renewable energy projects. What makes this opportunity particularly compelling is the chance to be part of reconciliation and community building in a meaningful way. Your presence and contribution could help bridge cultural gaps while building lasting relationships and mutual understanding. The challenges include adapting to a different cultural context, understanding complex governance structures, and potentially learning about Indigenous customs and protocols. But for families seeking authentic community connection and purpose-driven living, these challenges become growth opportunities. The program at Constance Lake represents a model that other Indigenous communities across Ontario are watching closely, but it's our #1 location that offers the most surprising opportunity of all. Number 1, Moosonee. Moosonee is offering the most comprehensive newcomer package in Ontario, and it includes something that no other community can match: proximity to Hudson Bay and access to opportunities in Canada's fastest-growing northern economy. This town of 1,500 people sits at the end of the Ontario Northland Railway and serves as a gateway to some of Canada's most significant natural resource developments. The land giveaway program includes not just free lots, but also business development loans, job training programs, and connections to major projects happening throughout the region. Here's what makes Moosonee's opportunity truly exceptional. While other small towns are fighting decline, Moosonee is positioned to benefit from massive infrastructure investments happening across northern Ontario. Mining developments, renewable energy projects, and transportation improvements are creating economic opportunities that could make early residents very wealthy. The lifestyle in Moosonee is unlike anywhere else in Ontario. You're living in a place where the northern lights are regularly visible, where polar bears occasionally wander through town, and where the pace of life is determined by seasons and natural rhythms rather than traffic and deadlines. The financial implications of getting into Moosonee now could be extraordinary. As northern development accelerates and climate change makes northern communities more accessible, property values and economic opportunities could explode. You're potentially getting in at the ground floor of the next Northern Ontario boom. The challenges are significant: extreme weather, limited access during certain seasons, and a lifestyle that requires self-sufficiency and adaptability. But for adventurous individuals or families seeking a truly unique opportunity, Moosonee represents a chance to pioneer a new way of life while building real wealth. So there you have it, 10 Ontario towns practically giving away land right now in 2025. From Smooth Rock Falls to Moosonee, these communities are offering life-changing opportunities for people brave enough to think differently about their future. Which of these opportunities speaks to you? Are you ready to trade city stress for small-town potential? Let us know in the comments which town caught your attention and why you'd consider making the move. If this video opened your eyes to possibilities you hadn't considered, make sure to like and subscribe for more content about alternative living and unique opportunities across Canada. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into unconventional paths to financial freedom and life satisfaction.